Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker, and today what we're going to be talking about is my Indy Ridge The Crow boots. Full disclosure before I start, and also these lovely denim and leather gloves, we're going to be talking about them really quick too. Full disclosure before I even start this video, in case it makes you not interested in watching it, Indy Ridge did send me these boots and gloves to try and test. They did not ask me to make a video or talk about their products at all, actually, ever. I spoke to the owner of the company and gave him some feedback on the boots, which you're about to hear yourself, and it was very receptive and did ask just to give him feedback and not actually ever make a video if I didn't want to. So here you go, that's it. That is the full disclosure. I will never not tell you about stuff like that if I do get gifted stuff, so please, yeah, just know that. Anyway, if you're still here, let's talk about the Crow boots. So the Crow boots are actually really cool because they're black and I like black boots. And speaking of which, it's probably a crow up there, but anyway. So a couple of points to note. These cost $175 on indyridge.com currently. I don't know why that's moderately terrifying. What the hell? Crazy. So yeah, the boots are $175 at the time of making this video, and these gloves are $75. I will try to do conversions on screen as I speak. I'm not good at that in my head, and I don't know them off the top of my head. So my boots are a USA size 14 and my gloves are an extra large. I could have probably went for the 2XL on the gloves, but they actually did loosen up over time quite well. So to talk about the boots really quick, when you get them out of the box, it does come with like art and stuff in there. I actually do like art, but this isn't about that. If you're buying the boots for the art, separate thing. I'm not an artist. I don't know anything about art, so I won't talk about it other than the pictures I send you actually look really pretty and stuff. So yeah. But what I will talk about is the actual comfort and usability of the boots from a motorcycling perspective. I have used these for a couple of thousand kilometers now in rain, which I didn't do on purpose, but I have, sunshine and cold. And the thing I like about these boots is even on warm sunny days like it is today, they're not too hot. They're perfectly wearable, I would imagine, pretty much all year round in Ireland, and I have worn them for like full 12-hour days during work and stuff. I've worn them to see a vendor for machines, walked around the shop floor with them on all day and then rode home. So all day comfort wise, they're there, and I mean that. Like I am wearing them right now. I've worn them all day today. It's now, I'll tell you what time it is. It is now 8 o'clock on the button, and I put these on my feet at around about 6:30 this morning. So more than 12 hours on my feet and still comfortable. They're not sweaty or anything like that. So that's, I think the most important thing is how comfortable they are. But to mention, they kind of do break in a bit hard. They're quite stiff to begin with, including the sole and stuff. But to be honest, that's not a bad thing, because I think it shows that the materials and stuff in the boot are actually quite thick. And as you break them in, they're fine. Now my hope is, because they broke in like that, they're going to be good and strong for a long time to come. We'll see where it goes. I will obviously update people through Instagram and stuff if you want to follow along there. Couple of points. We'll start off with, I suppose, the bad points. Not bad points, but the slightly more negative points is the little tongue that's on the back to help you pull the boot on. It's basically unusable when the boots are brand new. Very difficult to get your finger into. Now, the good thing is they did loosen up over time, because I persisted in using them and stretched that leather out, and now they're there. I can use them. But obviously, it would be better to have something that was a bit more usable on there. Now, when I fed this back to Indy Ridge, the response was actually very, very good, and in a way. The answer was, well, if you put a big lever on there, people just put everything into it, and then damage things and give out, which I understand. I do understand that someone would probably absolutely hang off that little tab to try and get the boot on. Such is life. But the issue with that is, for me, is the boots are actually quite stiff to get on. Again, that's a good thing. You want protective motorcycle boots, so they should be kind of stiff to get on. I use a shoehorn, so that's possibly a negative for people. Doesn't bother me. I use a shoehorn for lots of types of shoes because I have awkward shaped feet anyway, a big thick heel bone. But something that'd be a little bit easier to get your foot into, maybe with some speed hooks or something, I think would be great. that would be my only slight negative, is maybe some speed hooks, just to help you get your foot in easier, because they are kind of like mid-tops. I don't think they're high tops, but they're maybe mid-tops. So that was just to get that out of the way. Those are my only observed negatives, to be honest, is that. And I mean, I've horsed my feet into these, which have, you know, should really have done more damage to them, but it didn't. The good points then, I think they look absolutely fantastic, which obviously is important. You don't want to put something ugly on your feet. Well, most people don't. Some people don't care. I don't really care, as long as they're comfortable and functional. But these are comfortable and they're functional and they look good, so that's always a bonus. The other thing is they have good, strong, firm soles. You know, they have the toe protection, and also a huge key point for me, ankle protection. I have broken my ankle in the past, and it hurts a lot, and it never really healed 100% perfect. So anything you can do to protect your ankles is a good thing. I've also come off bikes in the past, and if I had them on me, but they're long gone in the bin, you could see the damage that was at your ankle area, or that was at my ankle area, that those boots saved. Those are full-size boots, motorcycle boots. I don't know what these do the same thing, but they do have little hard pads over the ankle, which, to be honest, it gives me a little bit of comfort. It gives me a little bit of hope that they'd protect me. And also on the flip side of that, difficult to get my foot into the boot. The fact is, they'd be very hard to pop off your foot in an accident. And I mean, at the end of the day, the reason you buy motorcycle boots to wear on your motorcycle, it's not for looks. You know, you could wear much prettier shoes maybe that'd be cheaper. It's for the fact that they look good and are protective. And I mean, that's what this boils down to for me, is they have good thick soles, good strong toe protection, are made from what feels like very strong leather, just purely from, you know, mashing it about all the time with my hands and my feet. And I mean, it lives beside a hot engine, and I do think that I probably test these a little bit more than maybe someone who rides these on a cruiser all the time, because I am constantly changing gears, living in Ireland on twisty roads, and I like changing gear, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, that kind of gives me the comfort that these are protective with their ankle support, and that they wouldn't pop off in an accident if one was to ever occur while I was wearing them. So, you know, it's important to me that they feel like that. So I thought I'd pass it on. Just to, I suppose, give a bit of feedback as well on what I've worn these on. I have worn these primarily on my Honda CBF, because that's what I do the most mileage on. But I've done actually at least 800 kilometers with these on my feet on my Aprilia, and a couple of 100 kilometers on these on my feet with my Honda Magna. The Magna obviously being the more cruisery of them, the Aprilia being much more sporty, and the CBF being in between. So take it as you will. They have been absolutely fine on all bikes, no problems whatsoever. And that's kind of it. I don't know what more I can say about the boots. Like I said, they're comfortable, they're practical, they seem like they would protect me in an accident. There is the protection there. I didn't test them because I like them. I would like to test them at some point, or maybe get someone who's actually professional at testing things to test them and see how they turn out. You know, but they're holding up extremely well, and I will keep people updated through Instagram and other means as I keep wearing them. But so far so good. So if you're one of the people messaging me asking me would I recommend them, to be honest, if I was to lose these in the morning, I think I would happily go spend another $175 dues to buy another set of these, because they're just nice boots. And I honestly, I haven't anything I could really have a proper complaint about them with. So yeah, pretty happy with them. Then on to the gloves. So these are the denim and leather. I don't know, can you see on the palm? They're fairly well used at this point. I actually wear these quite a bit up and down to work, because I like the, how would you put it? The short cuff gloves. I like them when I'm just up and down to work, because they're easy to pop on and off. If you're going into shops or whatever else. If I'm on a longer tour, I will generally wear a longer glove, because I just will, especially if it rains. So, feedback on these if it rains. They're cold, which I mean you'd expect. But the thing is, they dry out actually pretty quickly. And one thing I did like is that all the dye didn't run onto my fingers. It's something I do experience with my RST Tractech gloves. Every time it rains up at the track, it does leak onto my fingers. So I come off the track thinking I'm going purple from cold when it's actually just the dye from the gloves leaking on there. The other thing that's worth noting is you do have two touchy fingers for your phone on here. I'll show you that properly. Two little touchy fingers, not 4. So not too many fingers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But overall, I mean, they're very nice gloves. I'm not going to go on about gloves. They're gloves. The stitching is very good. It doesn't catch my fingers anywhere. I don't take my hand out of the glove and have a load of marks. I did at the start. These break in pretty hard. They started off what I thought was honestly too small, but they've stretched nicely and like made to accommodate my hand. The colour is holding up really, really well, even with the rain, especially on the denim, which I was kind of surprised about, to be honest. I did think that would run pretty quickly, but it hasn't. So overall, you know, they're very nice gloves. I would buy them again. $75 is like, what, maybe 65, 60 euro, which makes them one of the cheaper pair of gloves that I would actually have. I think my Knox gloves were 100 and something. My RST gloves were about the same. They're track gloves though. And my Lindstrad gloves were actually about 90, I think, but they're fully waterproof, whereas these are not. So that is worth considering. But overall, I mean, these are gloves I'm going to wear a lot in the summer, I think. I do really like them. They're quite comfortable, and the leather, again, Indy Ridger seem to use good leather, so there is that too. So again, people asking about these who've seen them in a couple of videos, I like them. And again, you do have that palm protection there, and I could show you on my Knoxes where I damaged them, but that is exactly where you want them. That's where, you know, your hand hits. Could it be thicker? Yes, it could, but at the same time, these are what I would call a more casual glove. So you're not expecting a huge amount of protection. There is little to no wrist protection. It's not going to stop your wrist going anywhere, but they're short cuffs, so if that's what you want, don't buy short cuffs. And you do have the knuckle protection there, and yeah, only there. So you have palm protection, knuckle protection, and good strong leather everywhere else. So again, if you're looking for like the maximum protection possible, these are not it. If you're looking for a nice summer casual glove, these are probably something that you might like. So overall, what do I think of my Indy Ridge stuff? I like it. It's something I was kind of reluctant to answer too much up till now, because I wanted to use them enough to see where the colour's holding, where they're holding up well, and they are. I think Indy Ridge design very nice stuff. I think it looks good, and to be honest, I do like how it looks good but is still actually properly functional. Really pleasantly surprised at how warm the boots are in cold weather, like 4 degrees Celsius, which is, you know, 40 Fahrenheit and below, I think, is what I had them in. Like 40 down to maybe 32 is what the coldest I had them in, and my feet were perfectly warm with normal socks. Not like super thick socks, just normal socks. So, you know, pretty impressed with that. Now that was only 30 minutes riding, so would I have gotten colder if I was out for the day in them? Probably. But for 30 minutes exposure, they were absolutely fine. And yeah, the gloves, would not recommend these for super cold weather. Even with my heated grips, my hands got quite cold. But for everything else, they're fine. And rain, they're not waterproof. They don't claim to be waterproof. They are water resistant. They don't get absolutely soaked, in my experience. If you're in a heavy downpour though, they absolutely would. So something to bear in mind. But yeah, overall, if you were to ask me would I buy these again with my own money, I absolutely would. I know that's easy for me to say because I got sent them, but if you watch the channel for a long time, I would hope that you know I wouldn't lie to y'all. Y'all mean too much to me, to be quite honest. Would make me sad. But yeah, overall, really happy with them. So for everyone who has been asking about them, that's all I can say really. Everything I just said. But yeah, very happy. And will I buy more stuff from Indy Ridge in the future? Absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely be buying some things, because the thing I like as well is they do make women's sizes. So for the likes of Toaster, if she wants some smaller, you know, more casual boots, I think we'll definitely get her a set. Obviously she'll never appear on the channel because she doesn't want to, but I'll let you know if I ever do buy her a set, and if she likes them, I'll let you know. So yeah, other than that, if you have any questions on either these boots or the gloves, please do let me know. Obviously, I can only comment on these boots or those gloves. I haven't tried any of the rest of them. Obviously, this comes in a few different colours, so I assume they're all the same, and the boots do come in another colour as well. But, you know, the other styles of boots that Indy Ridge do, I haven't tried them yet, so I can't comment. But any questions you have on these, please do let me know in the comments, and I will get back to you. And yeah, other than that, if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. As always, a very special thank you. a very special thank you to all of my patrons. I really, really do appreciate the support you give me. And to be honest, this channel, like I said many, many times, it probably still wouldn't be going if people hadn't kind of bought into the idea of it when they did. So I will be forever grateful to everyone who has ever supported, even if you no longer do. Thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, thank you again for watching. Thank you to Indie Ridge as well for actually sending these to me and, you know, putting the faith in their own product that I wouldn't absolutely hate them, because I would tell you if I did. And yeah, anyway, adios. Outro crew. Out of interest, right, because I'm always looking to try new things, what is the favourite kind of casual but protective boot you've ever worn for motorcycles, and what's your favourite glove that you've ever worn for motorcycles? I do need to buy new gear soon as well, so if anyone has suggestions for like nice textiles that won't break the bank but are really good, let me know, because I think my RSTs have lasted me 7 years now, so I want something that'll last about that long again. I don't mind spending the money provided it will last, but I obviously can't, not obviously, but I can't afford the likes of Ruka and stuff, even though I know they are the shit. But yeah, let me know, do you have any suggestions on any piece of gear? To be honest, I'd be happy to save up and try different things. I do have a list of things that I'm saving for to try for the channel, but I will get to whatever it is as soon as I absolutely can. Anyway, bye. Bye? Who does? Bye? No, bye. Yeah, that's more like it.